Or do we just assume that right now glare is life and that's just the way it's going to be? They say natural light is best. Not if you have glasses. I have to go rectify the situation. Fixed it. Hello and welcome to or back to Miss Craft Salad's lair. Today I'm working more on my stash busting journey, and that is actually being helped out for this video by my daughter. She told me that she would like to have a piece for Halloween. She asked me to make her a witch hat and a particular style of witch hat. To start off, I will say that I did my research and I sent her a whole bunch of different witch hat ideas, and she seemed to like the design of this particular hat. This hat is available free on their website currently. I don't know if that is ever going to change. Maybe, maybe not. As of recording this, October 2025, it is a free pattern. It does call for chunky weight yarn, and in my other video, I did mention that I am not a big fan, or I do not have a large stash of chunky weight yarn. So, doing the math, I figured that holding two worsted weight yarns together would be fantacular and get me the chunky weight yarn that it is calling for. So, of course, in my mind, then, I don't want to start off one skein of black because I am using two shades of the Big Twist yarn. So, this is Big Twist Value. It has been sitting in my stash for a little while. This is grape. The reason why I have the grape is the fact that she wants bunny ears on her witch hat, which she would like the inside of those ears to be purple. And I'm also using black in the same yarn. Now, first off, so I figured I did not want to just break into a skein of black or two skeins of black. I figured let's do a skein of black and pull from both ends. And that should be enough for this particular hat. I don't think it's going to take that many yards, that many grams. So this goes into explanation as to why I haven't shown the black yarn yet. So I was trying to hypothesize and come up with a way that pulling the yarn from both sides, from the the center pull, and from the tail wrap around on the yarn, how I can do this without the yarn flopping all over the place and becoming a tangled mess, because quite frankly, in the last 2 weeks, I have spent way too much time in my life having to untangle yarn. So I remembered that I had a paper towel holder dispenser freestanding thing floating around somewhere in the lair because I don't get rid of things and I figured it was going to be useful for something else. And now it has its use. However, may I just preface this by saying if you are going to try this, I have not yet started working with this yarn. If you tend to try to do this, definitely make the yarn, take out that first roll of yarn, because it's kind of in most skeins like this kind of skein. There's different levels of the yarn. Try to take that inner one out before you try to put it on your paper towel holder, because Also, a change from the pattern is I am not going to be doing these spider webs. Obviously, I did say that I'm going to be working on bunny ears. Bunny ears for this project, I am intending on crocheting both of them, both sides of the bunny ear. So 2 ears are going to be 2 pieces. In the pattern also, besides calling for bulky weight yarn, it calls for a size 7 crochet hook. I do not have a size 7 crochet hook in my stash, but I do have this 6.5 millimeter crochet hook, which I am going to attempt this with. Um, I do have a size up from this, so if I do need to size up, I can. However, I don't have the 7. So, now that I've got all that out of the way, I think I'm going to start working. Okay, the first thing that I've noticed with this particular pattern, I did not read over the pattern. It does call for a chain 2 and then you're double crocheting into that second chain from the hook. I personally would rather do a magic ring, so I'm going to tear this out and start off with that. And it was about this time that the floof asked for pets, and within reason, what the floof wants, the floof gets. Okay, and I am here for an update. So, for the past 4 hours, I want to say I've been working on this. Um, I am now gotten to the point where I start on the brim. I have it marked out as to how tall the ears should be, um, per her standards. And so I am going to start on the brim. Hopefully, I can get this hat done. It's 10 rounds for the brim. Hopefully, I can get this done here before I lose light because black yarn. Black yarn in fall, earlier sunset, earlier loss of light. So, hopefully I can get there. We shall see. I'll be back for another update. Here for an update. I have been watching all of the YouTube while I have been working on the hat. I have gotten to the point where I have now gotten one row left to do of the brim, one more round. And unfortunately, this marker, this stitch marker right here, marks the end of the row of like, so I have one complete row to do, and I am here. I have run out of that particular skein of yarn. If I were to be making this for myself and I get this close to being a full skein of yarn, without any additions like this is going to be getting, I would be like, that's where I'm just going to cut off, and the brim is just going to be that much thinner. However, saying that I am going to be working on some ears, I am going to break into this other skein that I had. Same yarn, bought at the same time as the other one. So I'm just going to break into this one, finish off this hat, and call it a night. My sun, as you can see over here, my sun is quickly fading, and it's the easiest way for me to see black yarn. Yeah. So I am going to really quick, with my like inch left of sun before it disappears behind the trees, I am going to finish this off, make myself, and yeah, make some dinner, and call it a night for this. So yeah, sun is there. This is done. I am going to go and, like I said, make dinner. Chili mac is on the menu tonight. Gonna make some chili mac, eat some chili mac, relax, and I will tackle the ears for this tomorrow. Hat portion is done. I don't know if I talked about this last time because it's been a couple of days since I finished the hat. I just had other things going on, husband's day, off and such. It was a super cloudy morning. Looks like it's getting cloudy again. I had everything set up in the lair, so you are in the lair instead of in my living room, but I think I kind of like that a little bit better lighting wise. Although the lighting is going to get a little bit of a change, I think. I don't know. We'll see. Anyway, I am going down a bunny hole. Let's get out of it. I will show you. So, hat is done. This was marking where I started the increase for the brim. And now up here is about where she'd like the ears to start transitioning into like the rounded spot. So, with that, it's time to get working on those ears. That's a bit better. After many hours of futzing and playing around, I did come up with an ear. It is so thick that it is like bendable and posable. So I'm not sure if that's something that going to be, um, she's gonna like. I did send her a black yarn fluff. I did send her a picture of the first go around, which looked like this. And we both agreed that it was just a little too long, so I ended up making this one. It's I think it looks a lot better. So we'll see what she has to say about it. I have my notes, and I'll make up a second one tomorrow if she likes this first ear. If not, I think I'll have to make it just a little longer, just a skosh longer. But yeah, I call that a win for tonight. So I'm tired. I'm going to go to bed and rest, and I will be back tomorrow with hopefully to finish the hat. as you saw, done. Ears, done. Just have to put them on the hat. It is done. This is where I'm supposed to come up with different things that I should have done differently or could have done differently, or if I liked this project. It was fun, and it went as well as I thought it was going to. I just had to wrangle and get answers when I needed answers, but I think it turned out really well. The way that I made the ears, they are so thick that they kind of like you can bend them and pose them without the need of any sort of wire or anything. So I think they should be okay. We shall see. Um, Kind of like the way that the brim curls up a little bit. It doesn't necessarily have to be straight, like flat. Um, let's see. I love the color choices, by the way. These cameras don't do the justice that my phone camera does as to the reveal photo, but it is that really pretty vibrant, um, like royal purple color. So yeah, I hope she likes it, and yeah. So if you like this video, like, share, and subscribe. Also, you can also hit me up with those hype points if it's available for me yet. I don't know. There is, I think it's rolling out kind of slowly. But if you're able to hype this, hype it. And yeah, I'm still getting used to how I'm supposed to say that or add that into a video. I have no, but I will be back next week with another video on Friday, same time, same channel. And until next time, bye.